Well, good morning. Today I'm going to rendezvous with a nomad who's been living in a van for 10 years. And he's also a YouTuber. And I love his videos. I've been watching him for at least 3, maybe 4 years now. And we just happen to both kind of be in the same area at the same time. So pretty stoked about that. And then I'm just going to be kind of running some errands, doing some grocery shopping. And then today, it's actually raining. This area that I'm in gets like averages 11 inches of rainfall a year, and I just happen to be around for some of it. So, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of like cozy, you know? Maybe I'll bust out the crock pot for the first time since I've been living in this van, or at least just cook some kind of nice warm cozy meal, you know, and then just hang out and camp. But I got some grocery shopping to do, and before any of that, I'm camped right next to these teeny tiny little volcanoes, or if you could even call them that, cinder cones or something. So I'm gonna hike up to one of them and just see it real quick on the way out of here. And then got a couple of stops on the way into town. And then, yeah, I'll be meeting up with a guy who you might know. It's gonna be a lot of wind noise probably. The weather sucks. But here we are. There's like 3 of them. And they're tiny. It's cool. I could have literally just walked. I just drove like 1,000 feet. But yeah, I'm just gonna hike up to the top of this and look at it real quick, and then we'll be moving on. But gotta see it while you're here. So I'm right by Sunset Crater Volcano National Monument. I'm just to the north of it. So this whole area is like, there's cinder cones everywhere. The ground is this black volcanic, like gravel, basically. Oh, here we are. Look at that, that's the crater. How cool is that? Tiny little volcano. There's a couple more right there, but they don't really have craters like this one. There's one right there. Get a good view up here. Alright, this weather's terrible. I'm going back to the van now. Here's our next stop of the day. I'm at Wupatki Pueblo. I'm the only person here, and the visitor center doesn't open for another half hour. The weather is like, it calmed way down. Now it's just sunny. And the air smells super fresh, you know, that after rain kind of thing. Oh wow, look at this. I skipped this one last time I came here because I drove by and saw that the visitor center was just like, I couldn't even find a parking spot if I tried. And then I figured out after the fact that this is kind of the main attraction of this whole place. It's the biggest, most impressive pueblo here, so looks like they're doing some work to it. Got the scaffolding up. So now that I will have seen this, it'll kind of complete the whole deal for me here. So it's been 1.5 years since I've been here. Super cool. Yeah, this was like downtown for these people. There's another pretty impressive one right up the road. I suppose I can stop and peek at that real quick. I do need to get into town. Yeah, look at this thing. So cool. That's a pretty elaborate scaffolding too. I wonder what they're doing. Well, preservation work, obviously, but I'm sure it takes a lot of maintenance to keep this place from blowing away in the wind. You know, you gotta keep mudding and grouting and yeah, this is huge. You know, I just gotta brag for a second here. I am just living my best life. Every day I get to just do stuff like this, you know. Today's a Sunday. Yesterday I was at the Grand Canyon. Last week I was at the Hoover Dam. This morning I hiked up my own little personal volcano. And I've been getting more sleep than I've ever had in my adult life. I feel like that's one of the most important things to your health, is getting good sleep. I had insomnia once, really bad for months. I would not wish that upon my worst enemy. Yeah, this is great. It's like a much darker color because of the rain. The color contrast here is just insane. The ground is such a dark color, and then we have this, actually looks more green today, probably because of the rain. But the vegetation here, it's such a unique, cool place. Wow, you can go in it. Wow. How cool. Think what life was like back then, you know. Was it better or worse? I'd imagine much better. You know. Oh wow, you can hear this thing roaring. Crap, air is blasting out of it. Wow. Okay. That is crazy. Okay. It's just a hole leading down to cracks deep in the earth. Look at this. Wow. Okay, this is freaking awesome. I can't believe how much the air is just blasting out of here. Wow. Incredible. How cool. All right, I'm gonna go look at the other circular thing, see what they call that, and then we're gonna get out of here. Here's the other one. I'm not seeing a sign. It might be up there on the ridge. I'll go check on the way out. But this one has sort of a, like you can sit around the edges. I wonder if they had like powwows here, you know? It's like where you go for entertainment and gatherings and stuff, you know. It's pretty cool. This whole place is pretty cool. It's so quiet and peaceful here too. It's just such a, I want to like work here, you know, and then get furloughed all the time. But yeah, this is like my happy place here. I'll go see if there's a sign that explains that. And yeah, I need to get to town though. So we're just referring to that as a community room. Now I have seen this one here before. I'll put a link in the description to the video I made. But I just wanted to see it one more time because who knows if or when I'll ever be back here. This one's called Wupatki. It's pretty impressive. It's tall, you know, and it's built up on top of this rock, like high up in the air. You get a pretty good view. There's one little place in here that I didn't set foot in, I should say. I mean, I saw the whole thing, but yeah, you get to just kind of go all up in it, walk up on it. I didn't go in here last time. This little oh wow. There's another oh cool. Wow. Yeah, I missed this bit last time, so look at that cool triangle shaped opening there. That's so cool. Yeah, these walls are, I mean, probably 15 feet high. Little hole to look out here, little window. Yeah, now I'm satisfied with my exploration of this Wupatki National Monument, because got to see the things that I didn't see last time I was here, so. Yeah, what a cool place, you know? I would love to live here now. You know, look at that crazy rock. Anyway, I really do need to get to town. I'm out of here. I just wanted to see this one more time. Having the best day ever. All right. Notice some pottery. Pottery on the ground here. Pretty cool. There's a rainbow. Well, it's a couple hours later. I went and had lunch with my new friend, and now we're gonna camp together. And the weather's terrible. It snowed. But it's not that bad. But yeah, maybe I'll introduce you here shortly. It's the Adventure Van Man.
Oh, what's up?
Well guys, me and Brian, the Adventure Van Man, we met up for lunch, and then we ended up camping together for 2 days. Unfortunately, the weather has been absolutely horrible here. It's been freezing cold, raining and snowing like the whole time. So he's heading west, and I'm actually just heading east just to get out of the weather. Kind of the opposite direction of where I really need to be going. I need to be in Quartzsite in a week and a half because I actually have an interview with Cheap RV Living, and I'm going to meet up with Brian again in Quartzsite. If you don't know who Brian the Adventure Van Man is, check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description, but I would assume that all of you know who he is. He has the exact same box van that I have. And he lived in it for like 4 years, and he just recently downsized to a Chevy Astro. Yeah, we hung out and camped together for 2 days, and just kind of froze our asses off and pretty much had a campfire going the whole time. I had my diesel heater going the whole time, and I was for sure I'd be out of diesel, but it took less than 2 gallons to fill me back up, so that's pretty impressive how fuel efficient that thing really is. But yeah, he did make a video kind of with me. I didn't really film much with him, but we're pretty much friends now. He's a super chill, awesome dude to hang out with. We have a lot in common, and we pretty much had a 2-day long conversation. We discussed everything from van life to YouTube and everything in between. So super cool guy. I've been watching his videos for like 3 years at least. I never miss a video when he drops one, and you know, I was really stoked to meet him, and yeah, looking forward to making more friends out in Quartzsite and in this whole community. So Brian's like an OG. He's been living in a van for a decade. I mean, he went to like the very first RTR with Bob Wells back in the day and everything. So super cool guy. He really knows his way around. He knows a lot of people in the community all over the country, and yeah, it was great to hang out with them and you know, just get to know the guy. And yeah, so right now I am driving through Flagstaff on Route 66, but I am heading towards basically Winslow just to get out of this weather. Right now it's winter time, you know. It was decent the other day when I was up by Wupatki, but like soon as Brian got to Flagstaff, the weather just went to shit. I mean, it snowed, it rained. I got stuck in the mud leaving our camp for a second there. It wasn't that bad, but alright guys, I am here at Homolavi State Park, or I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced, actually. But I'm about an hour east of where I just was, pretty much north of Winslow, Arizona. It's dry here and it's over 20 degrees warmer. And I paid for a night at the campground. It was only 35 bucks altogether. And that's pretty good. The water's shut off at the actual campsites, but they have water here at the dump station. So I'm filling my tank, and then I'm gonna go hook up and kind of just spend some time cleaning the inside of the van. There's mud everywhere, and they have a shower house. I'm gonna check that out, and if it's decent, I'll use it. If it's not, I'll just shower in my van. But yeah, this is, I think I made the right choice coming here. It was just an hour in the wrong direction, but the weather is significantly better. I'm basically just east of where all the rain and stuff is happening, so. And this place is pretty neat. There's two, I believe, Hopi, like ruins here, and they're pretty significant in size. So I'm going to be checking those out probably tomorrow. I think today I'm just going to relax and get some work done. But yeah, this is home for the night. They also have a museum at their visitor center. So tomorrow I'll explore this place, and that'll be a wrap. Alright, here's my spot. I'm drying my chair out because it got rained on all night. This is actually pretty nice. Asphalt, it's pretty level. You get a shelter, a nice table, and there's a grill and a fire pit. I probably won't be using those, but that's kind of cool. Arizona State Parks. So yeah, I'm gonna go check out the facilities here. Nice clean restroom. Excessively loud exhaust fan, but yeah, this is nice. The showers aren't that bad. I've seen worse. Definitely has kind of a prison vibe to it, but I'll probably be using this actually. They also have this kind of dishwashing setup right here. It's pretty cool. It's kind of an adventurous campground, you know. It's not luxury, it's just the basics, what you need. It's the sun. I haven't seen that in 3 days. Alright, so I'm gonna cook some food now. I abandoned the crock pot idea. I just haven't stocked up on groceries enough. But I have this steak that I need to eat like now. But what I'm gonna do is cut it up into like strips. And basically we're doing like a Asian style, I don't know. I got General Tso sauce for the steak, and I got jasmine rice, and I got these ginger garlic saute vegetables. So that's the idea. Just kind of put all that together. I use a switchblade for cooking here in the van, so this is just a cheap steak as always. So what I'm gonna do is just try to kind of simmer it with some oil and get it kind of just gonna cook it in the pan, little steak bites, you know. Lay it over some jasmine rice. I haven't had jasmine rice in forever. It's so good. It's just got a different flavor and texture all to its own. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Since the general sauce doesn't really have much for seasoning in it, it's just kind of a spicy, sugary soy sauce type of deal. I'm going to take this little kettle. We're going to do the rice. This is microwave rice, but all you got to do is get it hot. So what you do with the stove top is just put a little bit of water in it. Then we're doing the vegetables last, because those will take the longest. Alright, the rice is done. And in an effort to make as many dishes as possible for myself, I am going to actually switch to a bigger kettle for the veggies. Plus I kind of I need to clean this now anyway. Alright, so this stuff is carrots, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, bok choy, green cabbage, pea pods, kale with ginger garlic teriyaki sauce. And you want to kind of reduce it down, cook it before you add the sauce. And to do that, we're going to need more oil. It cooks way down, that's why I needed a bigger kettle for this. So we'll take our General So sauce. And we'll go ahead and sort of put the steak pieces over it. Turn the heat off, add the sauce. Generally these are a little saltier than I prefer, but they're fun to make. And since I do have rice, that should kind of buffer it as I'm eating. Alright, there it is, my heaping portion of steak, rice, and sauteed veggies with General So sauce. Obviously, you don't need to plate it all in one plate, but, you know, I live alone. Well, those are my leftovers. I ate too much, probably gonna pass out. Taking out the trash. It's quite the walk over here. If I leave the trash with things that smell good in it, the kitten will dig in there. Theodore's a work in progress, much like myself. Plus, it's just convenient. There's dumpsters here. Yeah, it looks kind of nasty out here, but it's actually pretty decent. It's kind of windy, but it's 61 degrees right now, and it's dry. So that dark over there is where I came from, over towards Flagstaff. It's about 10:45, just pulled out of camp. It did rain here last night and it's cold, but I'm gonna tough it out for at least another day. Before we leave this place, I'm gonna explore it. There's two archaeological sites. This is the first one. The other one is clear on the other side of the park. The thing about this place is, like, every 30 feet or so, give or take, there's a huge crack in the pavement, so you gotta drive like really slow here. But this is, the lady in the visitor center was pronouncing it Homolavi, so, but it's spelled like that. Gonna be kind of a muddy mess. The trail's not paved, but so right off the bat, you can see that a lot of this is pretty well buried or just destroyed, but definitely there was a large building here. There's foundations, and somebody's been rooting around and collecting rocks and pottery fragments and stuff here. Pretty neat. This one's cool. Good, that color. So yeah, it's not super impressive to look at here, but this is cool. Tons of pottery just everywhere. There's a flint-knapped rock made into some sort of tool. I need to learn I just need to learn this kind of stuff so I know more what I'm looking at. Like when I see a certain shape of rock, I would know like what its purpose was. Other channels I watch, like Rick from Gone Again, he knows a lot of that stuff. He can identify what the purpose of a rock was. There's a pretty impressive section revealed here. All right, I've made it to the other thing, and it was quite a drive. I'm the only one here, but yeah, I'm several miles back into this park, but I see structure up on the hill over here, or walls, so pretty sure I'm in the right place. Let's go check it out. Sherds. Yeah, this is a pretty big mess of stuff. It's a shame that so much vandalism happened here. It looks like this park was established in 1992, from what I can tell. Alright, I'm going to head to the visitor center, which is miles away, and check out their museum that they have there.
It's applicable at all 36 Arizona state parks. And it's $200 a year, so you have to visit at least 10 parks to break even. So it's $20, right? Yeah, we told each one. Okay, multiple. No problem at all. And we currently have two very late 14th century ancestral Hopi sites open for every visit. The largest and most developed is Homolavi II. It's a 5-kilometer drive out to the site, and then I know we just discontinued minting our penny on Wednesday.
You did?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen here?
Well, after the 300 million of them that are in circulation get snagged up, I guess we start rounding everything up or down for nickels.
So you're going to follow our example.
I guess it costs them 3 cents to make it.
You know what that proves? Canadians are smarter than Americans because we did it first. Well, that's not
Well, if we get a lot of pushback, it means they'll just start reminting it and they'll just put a new year on it.
You know what? They won't get that much pushback because revolted.
People don't use them.
Yeah, but that's because you still have dollars.
Yeah.
If you don't have dollars and you have to use them, you don't.
Alright, that was it for Homolavi State Park near Winslow, Arizona. I'm going to head into town, go to the Safeway, and then figure out somewhere to go tonight. I'm looking around. It's definitely raining west of me. East is about the same as here, so just cloudy and whatever. I'm gonna spend another day here in this area, and then I'll be heading west towards Quartzsite. So alright, so here in Winslow, there's a couple of chunks of the World Trade Center right there, 9/11 Memorial. But another thing that I just passed, and I want to do again on camera, I have a music road. Music road. Drive 35, make sure my tires hit the thing.
I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see.
And of course they have that little standing on the corner, you know, Eagles tribute thing. I've seen it twice now. I don't really feel like stopping for that. I'm just heading to the Safeway. Alright, I am here in the Coconino National Forest. I ended up going back west about 35 miles. It is dry here. I'm pretty close to where the weather's happening, and it is a lot cooler. It's still like 50 degrees right now, but after going to the Safeway and the Walmart in Winslow and driving through town, I formed an opinion about spending the night around there. So even though the weather was better, just didn't seem like the safest place. So I came to the closest, like literally national public lands, that I could find. So here we are. And that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned next week to see where I end up next. I'm probably heading west towards Quartzsite, basically. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching this one. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to my Patreon and channel supporters. I really appreciate you guys. Hope you all have a great week. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.